What's going on, Muln fans? You already know what time it is. We back with another Finesse Monster Activist Bull video. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and your long-term continued support to the channel. Today was Friday. Many were trying to get in and get out of stocks today, take a quick profit to go into the weekends. But we see Muln Automotive pulling back after hours trading because there is an 8K that came out with a delisting notice for Muln Automotive Company. We're going to get into that later, but first we're going to talk about this video that I posted the other day that market makers are setting up another trap at that 50 cent level, or David Mystery has news. But some people may have not wanted to hear this type of content coming from me, but understand this: I'm not just going to throw big price targets out there for a stock just for the views. Another thing is that I'm not going to give market information and not have experience on that. Any relevant market information that I give to you guys and girls is things that I either already know about or that I have looked into. So with that being said, just as I mentioned in yesterday's video, market makers did capitalize on options not expiring in the money. Muln did close below that 50 cent level, and market makers get to collect a premium and have more ammunition against retail investors. There was no positive news presented for the company. We did get this AK that caused downward pressure in the after hours trading, sending Muln back to that 45 cent level that we've been talking about. The market makers have been taking advantage of that 45 cent to 50 cent level. Let's take a look at what this AK is saying. First paragraph at the top says, as previously disclosed on September 6, 2023, Muln Automotive received written notice from the listings qualification department of the Nasdaq stock market. The staff indicating that the company did not meet the staff's September 5th, 2023 deadline to regain compliance with Nasdaq listing rule due to the company's failure to maintain a minimum bid price of $1 per share, a minimum of 10 consecutive business days prior to the expiration of the previously granted Nasdaq grace period. Pursuant to the Nasdaq listing rules, Nasdaq has the discretion to monitor a company for as long as 20 business days prior to the deeming of a company compliance with the bid price rule. On September 6, 2023, the company requested a hearing before a Nasdaq hearings panel, the panel at which it may request a further extension of time and present its plan to regain compliance with the bid price rule. The requested hearing stays any delisting or suspension action pending the issuance of the panel decision and the expiration of any additional extension period granted by the panel following the hearing. The hearing is basically buying Muln Automotive more time. As you look at this last paragraph down here, it says October 3rd, 2023, the company received an additional written notice from the staff indicating that the staff had concluded that the company did not hold an annual meeting in the fiscal year ending September 30, 2023 that met the Nasdaq annual meeting standard as set forth in Nasdaq listing rule. Wow. While the company held an annual meeting on August 3rd, 2023, and the proposals that were approved at the meeting, including the election of directors, are and remain valid, the staff determined that such meeting did not satisfy the annual meeting rule, since the company did not afford stockholders the opportunity to discuss company affairs with management at the meeting as required under the Nasdaq listing rules. So the Nasdaq is seeing something wrong how the company handled that meeting and didn't give stockholders enough time to discuss company affairs. And that is not a good look that Nasdaq is finding issues on a company that is actually trying to stay listed on the Nasdaq. It also says the company will present its plan to demonstrate compliance with the annual meeting rule at the previously scheduled bid price rule hearing, and the panel will consider this matter in their own decision regarding the company's continued listing on the Nasdaq exchange market. So Muln can still be considered with an extension from Nasdaq's hearing panel, but that plan of compliance needs to be top tier. We already know. And here Nasdaq is finding issues with the company during their annual meetings, saying they're not doing shareholders right. They're not giving them enough time to look into the meeting to discuss company affairs with management. And as we look at that daily chart, the TTM squeeze here has turned bearish. You see the red candles coming in, as well as that move up, and tried to take a stab at that 50-cent level, got rejected. So the stock price is coming right back down to possibly break that 45-cent level if the trend continues to be bearish into the next week. With this delisting notice and the 8K coming out after hours, we want to see Mullen Automotive hold 45 cents next week. If not, we already know the short's going to bring the pain. They're going to double down on the stock and try to break that level to send it back to all-time low of 39 cents. Like always, I'll let you guys know the real spill. If you enjoy this content, drop a like, and as well consider subscribing to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. You know my thoughts going into next week, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone.